Hola chicos y chicas, hola, hola, hola. This is a video that you may come back to multiple times throughout the course of this year as you make sense of how to do something super, super important. Okay, so we are diving in today in class with our very first Paquete Diario. But the process for how we kind of set this up will look the same every day. And that's whether you're virtual or, doing an online day, or if you're in person that day, because you'll always start class with your Paquete Diario. All right. So here's what's going to happen. When these are actually posted in Google Classroom, under the classwork tab, there will be a, a topic that is labeled El Paquete Diario. All right. And that's always where you're going to want to go. Right. That's always where you're going to want to go for this. The assignment itself is called Mi Paquete Diario, which is my daily packet. Right. And when you open it up, it's basically saying that this is how we're going to start class every day. Right. In the past, these were an interactive notebook, like a notebook where you'd glue something in and then paste it in, and that was where everything would be held, right? But here, instead, because we're going to kind of try to do everything on our Chromebooks, you're going to have a digital copy of that running interactive notebook, right? And all the activities you'll do will be right on your Chromebook. So it's funny because when you open it up, there's obviously not a full packet yet. There's just one slide, and that's intentional because I want to be able to post that new content for you and that those new diary entries every time we have class, right? Sometimes that's going to be virtually, and sometimes that's going to be in person. So every time that we have a new class, you'll expect me to post a new Paquete Diario, which we'll call PD entry. So the first one is obviously going to be called PD1 or PD Uno. All right. And so somehow what we need to do is make this entry, this slide, show up in your Paquete Diario. Okay. Now it's really actually a very simple process. So if this is your title page and you're ready to go, you're going to put that your name is Tio Valiente or whatever your name ends up being. Shout out to Joe Zeman because this is the one that came to my head first, right? This one is officially your Paquete Diario, right? And it'll always, always, always be under this Mi Paquete Diario assignment on Google. But then you went ahead and you opened this slide, which ended up right here, okay? And you want this to not exist as its own slide, but to be with your Paquete Diario. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that over on the left-hand side here, you've selected that slide, and you can click Control-C for copy, all right? Or you can do a two-finger click and copy. But then you're going to go back to the Mi Paquete Diario page. You're going to want to click so it's just above, right? See how this little line, yellow line appeared right here? This little yellow line appeared right here when I clicked just above the slide. And then you can click Control-V and copy that in, or paste that in, excuse me. Now, you can click that Keep Original Styles if it asks you that question. And then you can see that this is your daily packet, okay? So what's super cool about that is that that will be in there for you no matter what, okay? And ready to go. And then you'll see that when you actually start to interact with these slides, it's kind of far away, right? It's because it's actually meant to replicate a full sheet of paper. So if it gets hard to see, you got your little Senor Malo over here helping you out by telling you it's hard to see. Well, click on the View tab and then click on the Zoom tab. And then if you click the 100%, you can see it in a fuller scale, right? Which kind of helps. It makes it a little bit easier. Now, some of the things you're not actually going to be able to type on. You'll notice that where it says instrucciones or instructions, I'm clicking, and I can't do anything, right? That's like on the master copy of this slide. And the only places that you can actually type are the places where there are those red boxes, right? Those are where you're able to type. So we're always going to make sure that the first thing we do with our daily packet is put in the date. That's why it says OSL. Oh gosh, OSL. Well, in my case, if you look at my computer, it's the 11th today. It won't be the 11th when you actually do yours, but if it's the 11th, what we're going to do is we're going to actually type in the 11th in that box, but we're going to always use Spanish for our date. ¿Cómo se dice, or how do you say 11 in Spanish? Well, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez, once. Once. Cool. We got it. Oh gosh. I know that it's once, but I don't know how to spell that, right? Is it once? Like I own Beyonce? No, that's not right. Okay. So if ever that's your scenario here, you'll notice that when you click on this text box, it pulls up a little link. Ooh, let's click on that link. And the link is always going to take you to your numbers up to 31. Why up to 31? Because there's 31 days in a year. All right, so then you can go and see cero, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, or sorry, 31 days in a month. Siete, ocho, nueve, diez, once. Once, so O-N-C-E is how I'm going to be spelling that back in my Paquete Diario. O-N-C-E. And then, el once day, so it's the 11th of, which month? September, but I'm not going to write it in Spanish, or in English, so I've got to know how to say that in Spanish. Look, there's another Quizlet deck right there. Oh, beautiful. So then I can go, ¿cuál es la fecha de hoy? Go all the way over to agosto, septiembre. Beautiful, septiembre. Hey, if you're really smart, you could just highlight that and you could go ahead and paste it right in, right? Why work smarter or harder when you can work smarter? And you can paste without formatting, and there you go. All right, so then you got once de septiembre. Beautiful. All right, if ever you need a reminder of how to do this process of taking your slide and pasting it into your Paquete Diario, the video will be linked right here. And then essentially what you do is you go and work through the process every day, looking for those kind of light yellow boxes with the red ring around them, or the red outline. And that's going to be our Paquete Diario every day. This is a super cool resource because it's a running record of everything you end up doing in this class, which is kind of awesome. It takes the place of us having to take a bunch of notes because it's all guarded right in that safe space for you. Gracias, chicos. If you have more questions, rewind, refer back to this video, but make it work. Hasta luego.